Hey guys, it's Lindsay from Perfectly Bookish 5, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about some recent releases that I have read. I'm going to be talking about 3 books in this video, and they've all released in February within these last couple weeks. The first book I'm going to talk about is Skate the Line by S.J. Sylvis. I love this book. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. This is the second book in the Blue Devils series. The Blue Devils are a hockey team. In this book, we have Rhodes, and Rhodes is a single father. The mom died, and his family is all the way in Russia, and he needs help being a professional hockey player. He has gone through different agencies and hired different nannies, but unfortunately, the nannies don't even care about the little girl. They're just trying to sleep with Rhodes. At one of the games, the nanny left the kid at the game with the other girlfriends and wives, and she just left. So not only is this horrible for Rhodes to have to go through nanny after nanny and people just using him for his fame as a hockey player, his daughter is being traumatized by these careless women. Then we have Sunny. She has been a nanny before. We know something is keeping her away from wanting to be a nanny again. We don't know the full extent of it yet, but she has just moved to a new place, trying to get as far away from her last job as possible. But her friend is calling her saying, there is this job, it's going to be perfect for you, you need to give it a try. Sunny decides, well, if she wants to live in this new place, she does need to make money. So she applies, and she has an interview with Rhodes, and right away, like, he just sees her. They meet at a coffee shop, I believe, and he's just like, no, it's not gonna work. And he walks out, and she's just baffled by the exchange, doesn't know what just happened. But then Rhodes gets in a really crappy situation. His daughter is calling him while he's at a game, and she has been locked in a room and she can't get out. He ends up calling Sunny saying, I have a situation, if you can handle it, I'm gonna give you the job. And she immediately goes over to the house. Like, she isn't even told what is going on, and the nanny's walking out as she's walking in, and she finds the girl locked in her room. And from there, she does get the job, and Rhodes is so hesitant at first because he doesn't want it to be another situation like every other nanny he's been through, and he is very grumpy and he doesn't let his guard down around her. But Sunny, she plays it off with ease. She shows that she is there for that little girl and will do what she can to not only have Rhodes trust her, but have the little girl trust her, because she has been through a lot as well. So as time goes on, Rhodes does develop some feelings for her, and so this is a very slow burn, but it's nice that Sunny is doing her job and Rhodes can relax a little bit. Then we also start to find out why Sunny didn't want a nanny again, and it was a horrible situation for her. And when that comes to light, Rhodes does what he needs to protect now not just his one girl but his 2 girls. So I really loved this story. Like I said, a 5-star read for me. I really enjoyed the first book as well, Play the Game. That was a 4-star read for me, and I love what SJ is doing with this Blue Devil series, and I can't wait for the next book. Next, I'm going to be talking about Under an Endless Moon by A.L. Jackson. This is book 2. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of the series. The first book was From Here to Eternity, and I really liked that book. In this book, we get the sister of our main male character in the first book, and we get his best friend. So we have Otto and Raven. And these guys, they are part of a society where they help, I'm not really going to say what they help do, because if you haven't read the first book yet, it's going to kind of ruin something for you, but they help out. They were always like that. Their group of friends, there are 5 of them. They were in some shady stuff when they were younger, but they had to just to survive. And they turned all their skills that they had from the shady stuff into good. And Raven has a really bad past. She escaped an abusive father, not abusive in the way you might be thinking, but he just liked to see what he could do with her, and she was harmed in so many ways. And her brother, I want to say he was 15, 16, and she was maybe 9 at the time when he tried to get her out of there, which was a whole situation in itself. So we get more of Raven's backstory and how she got out of her situation and how she met the guys that these books are about, and that is interesting. And Otto, I didn't know this in the first book because it wasn't about him, but Otto, our main male character in this book, he had a sister, and she comes into play with a lot of things as well. Otto is, how old? Much older. Is he 9 years older, I believe, than Raven? And he is so very protective of her. When she was brought into their group, he was like, I need to protect this girl from all this pain. I could just see it written on her face. She's been through a lot. And as they got older, they both developed feelings for each other, but Raven, out of respect for her brother, didn't act on it, and Otto, out of respect for his best friend, had to act on it. Everyone around them thinks they're together, and they're surprised to find out when they're not. Throughout this book, there is some certain things being done, so there's a little mystery here because we don't know if they are after Otto or if they are after Raven. Otto is currently in the midst of breaking apart from his group, and he is doing some things to, sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to say this without giving stuff away. He's just doing some bad things that he hasn't told his group about. He's going off on his own, so he thinks the people are after him, and stuff from the past, they might be after Raven. So there is that mystery factor going on, and try to figure out why someone wants to harm one of them and who it could be. I will say there was one person that is involved in the harming that I was able to guess, and the second person wasn't completely sure about, but it was still interesting to see how things would unfold. And I really like both of these characters. Otto is a grumpy sunshine, and Raven is just so fun. Everything that she has been through in her life, she has not moved on, but she has learned how to live her life to the fullest, because you never know what is going to happen and she knows how you could be living your life. So she just makes the best out of every situation. She owns a flower shop, and the name of her flower shop has to do with something with Otto, and she's just so happy. She's a great aunt to her nephew Nolan, and she has a best friend Charlie, which we get in the first book. And this was a enjoyable read as well. You just kept going like, okay, can you two get together already? You just see the tension there. They both want to act at it, but like I said, out of respect for the brother, they just don't. So it's nice when we finally get to see them be happy with each other and just move past that friendship zone. So if I didn't say, I don't remember if I did, this was a 4 out of 5 star read for me. The last book I'm going to talk about is The Kiss Lottery by Ilsa Madden-Mills. I haven't read her in a while, so it was fun diving back into her writing. I am sorry, but I am blanking on our main characters' names right now. But in the book, our main female character, she gets an invitation to the Kiss Lottery, and she is from a small town. She had this best friend back in high school, and there was a situation. She was dating her best friend, which was a guy, and his other best friend, and some stuff unfolds, and there's something to do with her diary, and everything turns into a mess. And this is right before the town's championship basketball game, and they end up losing, and the girl gets blamed for it because they say she caused too much drama to these 2 guys who are on the team before the game. This is their senior year, and when she has a chance to leave, she does, and she has never looked back. She doesn't have any ties to the town because her mom passed away. She still does have a house in the town that she rents out as an Airbnb. When she gets this invitation, she decides, why the hell not? I'm gonna go back home. And she has a podcast, a paper that she's going to cover the Kiss Lottery. So she's like, I could do this for my job, and it'll just be interesting to go back home. When she does go back home, she immediately goes to the diner. She used to work there as a kid, and she likes the owner. They have a good relationship, but she runs into someone who she was hoping to avoid, but knew she probably couldn't because this is a small town, and it was her best friend. And while trying to avoid him, she accidentally spills her food on him. So it's not the best welcome home for her. The Kiss Lottery is where adults of the town can sign up, and then the computer generates and it matches couples together. You could just go on a date, have some fun. Sometimes the people get lucky, it's a great match, and other times it's like a older, like grandpa put together with a younger person. They're like, let's just go have some fun. But of course, this relationship isn't going to work out. And both of our characters get put into the lottery. But there's also something that is kind of weird going on with, like, not the town's psychic, but it's something like that. And then some of the people from high school, they get together and they're trying to have a friendship again. The one guy feels horrible, her best friend, who is our main character, because he said some words to our female character and he regrets them and he's trying to make up for it. And he's going on this adventure with her to try to figure out this, not town secret, but something interesting that has to do with the town. So the story is just fun and it's cutesy because it's like a second chance of getting back together with someone you really care about. It's not like a second chance romance because they worked together, but it's just a chance to rekindle things and then grow closer together from that. And then having all the town's events being around Valentine's Day and the Kiss Lottery is fun as well. This was a 4 out of 5 star read for me, and it was just fun being back in Ilsa's writing world. So there you have it. There are 3 books that have recently been released in this month, February 2025, and I enjoyed all of them. 4 and 5 star reads. I think you should go give them a try. And the first 2 books that I talked about, Skate the Line and Under an Endless Moon, I don't think you need to read the first 2 to understand what is going on, but I highly recommend that you do, because those were good books for me as well. And I think if you were to enjoy these 2, then you would enjoy the firsts. As always, thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye!